मैं बिहार हूँ। नवोन्मेष, शोध, चिंतन, विश्लेषण मेरी प्रवृत्ति रही है। मैं ठहरता नहीं, विचरण करता हूं ज्ञान विज्ञान के असीम सागर में। सनातन की संस्कृति के साथ बौद्ध और जैन धर्म के दर्शन का उन्मेष भी मेरी ही परिधि में हुआ। नवीन भारतीय भाषाओं को अपने लालित्य एवं माधुर्य से नया स्वरूप प्रदान करने वाले मैथिल कवि कोकिल विद्यापति ने भी अपना कोकिल गान यहीं गाया। मैं भिखारी ठाकुर के भोजपुरी धुन पर झूमा तो मगध के विशाल शक्तिशाली साम्राज्य का साक्षी भी रहा। पूरे राष्ट्र को एकजुट करने के चाणक्य के प्रयत्न को भी मैंने देखा है, तो शक्ति स्वरूपा सीता का अवतरण भी मेरी ही आंगन में हुआ। मैत्रेयी, गार्गी और भारती मंदन के साथ साथ आर्यभट्ट के गाणित्य सूत्रों का भी साक्षी रहा हूं मैं। संपूर्ण क्रांति का बीजारोपण हो या जेपी नारायण के नेतृत्व में छात्र आंदोलन, मैं देश की राजनीति का क्रीड़ा स्थल भी रहा हूं। सामाजिक न्याय को मूर्त रूप भी मेरे ही सपूतों ने दिया। मैं बिहार हूं, रुकता नहीं, थकता नहीं, बढ़ता जाता हूं। अब तक आपने मेरे गौरवान्वित इतिहास को जाना है, पर अब मैं आज आपको बढ़ते बिहार से मिलवाता हूं, उभरते बिहार से मिलवाता हूं।
Bihar, one of the fastest growing states in India, with annual GSDP growth rate of 13.27% between 2015-16 and 2020-21. Its proximity and connectivity to the markets of northern, eastern, northeastern India and Nepal provides Bihar with a unique strategic location advantage. Bihar has been aggressively developing infrastructure in the state. A person can reach the capital Patna from the remotest part of the state within 6 hours, with 200,000 kilometers of road infrastructure. Bihar also has an extensive railway network of around 3,730 kilometers and is well connected through air route with all the major cities of the country. Bihar is well endowed with abundant water resources, both ground and surface water. Total river length in the state is 3,200 kilometers. Ganga is the main river in the state. Bihar has achieved a remarkable growth of 250% in power consumption between 2011-12 and 2020-21. Bihar has a total installed power generation capacity of 6,384 megawatts. Power availability in all the industrial areas in the state is in between 22 and 24 hours daily. It is the first Indian state to have installed 1 lakh smart prepaid meters. With strong agricultural activities, Bihar offers abundant opportunities for the food producing industry. Bihar is the second largest producer of maize in the country and third largest producer of vegetables in the country. Cereal production in the state is one of the highest in the country, contributing to its status of being number 1 in agricultural production in eastern India. Milk is one of the most important products of the state, with an average annual production of around 9 million tons. Bihar is the largest producer of honey in the country, with an approximate production of 21,000 tons per year. Bihar enjoys great competitive strength in tourism due to its rich cultural heritage, religious and historical monuments, as the land of Bihar gave rise to two of world's greatest religions, Buddhism and Jainism. Huge opportunities available in IT and ITES sectors as Bihar produces 200,000 technical trained professionals every year. A large pool of educated youth is available which can be tapped locally at competitive areas. 3 IT, ITES and electronics manufacturing parks are also being developed in Rajgir, Bihta, Patna and Darbhanga. Bihar has many higher educational institutions of national reputation. The Indian Institute of Technology, Patna. The Indian Institute of Management, Bodh Gaya. AIMS, CIPET, ATDC, NIPER, Bet Mirza, NIFT, and many more. Large human resource pool makes Bihar an ideal destination for a wide range of industries.
ये मेरा वर्तमान प्रगतिशील है, पर आपको ऐसा क्यों लगता है? सिर्फ इतना ही है मेरे पास? आओ मेरे नए स्वरूप से मिलवाता हूं, जिसमें क्षमता है विकास की नई ऊंचाइयों को छूने का। जरूरत है तो बस मेरे अंदर छिपी संभावनाओं को तराशने की।
Bihar is primarily an agrarian economy. The Gangetic Plains are the most fertile agricultural belt in the country. We have a tremendous potential in dairy, tremendous potential in fisheries, food processing. So I think every state has to develop its own model of scaling and transforming. We cannot replicate what happened in Chennai necessarily in Patna. So we have to look at what is our geographical advantages and our disadvantages, and then build on that. Honestly speaking, Bihar has a massive potential in the agri sector. It has a massive potential in the textile, handloom, handicraft sector. It has a tremendous opportunity in skill development, in education, in transformational healthcare, things like telemedicine, etc., and remote parts. I think Bihar has so much. I am a believer that the lower the level of development, the greater the opportunity to make change. Exactly. Right? So I see it as as an opportunity more than a disadvantage. And I'm sure that there will be leadership at some point in time, both political leadership and leadership in the industry, leadership in society, which will take this cause up and look to transform Bihar, just as several states in recent past have been transformed in their own ways. Take for example Odisha. It's a beautiful case of transformation. Take for example Chhattisgarh, how that state has evolved in the last few years. Look at Madhya Pradesh, what they've been able to do. More recently, look at what Uttar Pradesh has been achieving in the last 10 years. So there is opportunity to transform what you call a deadlock into a massive opportunity. And I'm sure sooner than later Bihar will find its own rhythm.
मोटा मोटी तो समझ ही चुके होंगे आप, पर चलिए अब आपको दिखाता हूं कि कैसे मैं आपके सपनों को आकार दे सकता हूं, मैं कैसे आपके सुनहरे भविष्य को गढ़ सकता हूं। असीम संभावनाओं का भंडार हूं मैं। आइए उसके एक अंश मात्र से आपको अवगत कराता हूं।
Tourism. Let's explore tourism in Bihar. We have always been known for everything, but not tourism. The rich culture that we have also gives us a lot of reasons to visit and relax with serene beauty. First is from the Kaimur district. The place is known as Tilharkund. This place is still unexplored, and building tourism around this would have a lot of potential. A well-structured tour plan will commercialize the place and would definitely attract people across India. Second is the Gurba Hill, a camping and trekking experience. This place has its own historical importance and is quite significant for the Buddhist pilgrims. This place is well connected with road and rail and has a lot to offer if branded properly. It serves the purpose for not only pilgrims but people looking for camping experience. Let me tell you, these are only a few from the list. If my youth start utilizing the resources I have in many such places which once explored, people from not only India but the world would be able to experience the exceptional beauty of blissful Bihar. Poultry and fisheries. Bihar has been a traditional consumer of non-agricultural produce like poultry and fisheries. The new Bihar is here to change that. It started with the National Action Plan for Egg and Poultry 2022 for doubling farmers' income. The egg production, which stood at 1 billion, which is just about 1.2% of Indian produce of 82.9 billion, and is growing at more than 40% per annum. A state which has 88% of village population. Animal husbandry plays an important role in the economy of the state, with more than 1/3 of the GSDP. With meat and fish production growth pegged at 20%, we have a potential to become self-sufficient in the sector, where we were once a consumer. The increased focus and intervention from the government and investment and support from the international organization led the poultry and fisheries alone to have a potential to contribute more than 10% to state's income. Export. If we talk about the exports in Bihar, then we have really came a long way from a total of $0.4 billion to more than $1.6 billion in previous financial year. A study by the Export-Import Bank of India has said that there is an untapped export potential of nearly $900 million from Bihar, which can be achieved from export. Art and craft. Bihar has a rich cultural and historical past. Thus, throughout generations, Bihar's artisans have excelled at producing aesthetic objects, pottery, wooden articles, metal goods, stonewares, sikki, wooden and clay toys, zari, artistic textile fabrics and paintings on cloth are some of Bihar's current crafts that are noted for their extraordinary beauty. You must have heard about the very famous Madhubani paintings. They are named after the Mithila region of Bihar, where they are extensively practiced. These paintings beautifully depict nature and the Hindu deities. There are almost 24 countries and territories which actively import Madhubani paintings from India, including UAE, the Netherlands and the United States of America. During the ongoing pandemic, Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi appreciated the explicit beauty of these paintings and their print on COVID-19 masks. Another lucrative craft of Bihar which has great potential are the Lathi bangles. These bangles hold an essence of tradition and excellent craftsmanship. They are very popular and mainly attract the lower and middle class population of India. Sikki grass crafts are another type of beautiful handcrafted fashion from a unique type of grass found in Bihar called Sikki. Thus we can see Bihar has great potential to flourish through its magnificent craftsmanship. Food and cuisine. Let's talk about cuisine now. You must have heard about our very famous litti chokha. And remember when you ask your Bihari friend, "Ghar se thekua zarur lete aana." Well, my food is not just about litti chokha or thekua, but many more things. Do you know that I have 3 kinds of cuisines? Bhojpuri, Maithili and Magadhi. and all of them have different variations. For example, Champaran Wala Madan, Chura Dahi, Bachka, Malpua and many more. My sweets like Khaja, Pirikiya, Thekua and Sanj can be stored for many days without using any preservatives. My Silav Khaja has been granted the geographical indication tag. Not just that, but I have Sat, which is full of protein and can be used as an alternative to protein powders. Although there are some restaurants in the country that have been serving Bihar's food, most have only been able to touch a few aspects of my cuisines. There are a plethora of recipes and a sea of diverse dishes to explore and monetize. Agriculture. Moving on to agriculture. Bihar has 56.03 lakh hectare agriculture and arable land, with one of the most fertile soils of India. The agriculture sector of Bihar has outdone the national average in GDP terms. The potential of Bihar in agriculture is about to be unfurled. The scope of producing cash-generating crops and farm produce is immense. To begin with, passion fruit, rambutan and longan can be grown easily in Bihar and sold to Asian countries, where demand beats supply. The demand for organic products is increasing rapidly. Also, stevia farming can produce a safe and healthy substitute for sugar. Pearl farming is an underutilized sector and has immense potential for growth and cash generation for the farmers. To put the cherry on the top, pearl farming can be done along with aqua farming with little more investment. Apart from consumables and fisheries, Bihar is suitable for bamboos, which increases green cover and provides raw material for various products such as toys, furniture, clothes, diapers and utensils. Venturing into these spaces will undoubtedly yield the finest outcome for farmers and eventually for state.
जो भी आपने अब तक देखा, यह तो एक उदाहरण मात्र है। दुख तो तब होता है जब सभी संपदाओं का आगार होते हुए भी आप संभावनाओं की तलाश में दूर चले जाते हैं। खुद को गढ़ने, आगे बढ़ने में आप अपने जड़ों को सींचना भूल जाते हैं, मुझे भूल जाते हैं। इतना कुछ होते हुए मेरे पास आप मुझे छोड़ जाते हैं।
अविचल इरादों का प्रतीक, अभिनव भारत की पहचान हूँ। गौरवशाली इतिहास समेटे पल्लव अभिलाषाओं को देता आकार हूँ। हाँ, मैं बिहार हूँ, उभरता बिहार हूँ। बुद्ध महावीर विद्यापति की भूमि, स्वर्ग से सुंदर स्थान हूँ। राजगिर गया पारस मनिधाम, पर्यटन का भंडार हूँ। हाँ, मैं बिहार हूँ, उभरता बिहार हूँ। भारती का जन्म स्थान, श्री कौशलता का प्रमाण हूँ। लैठी मधुबनी जैसी कलाओं का मानो मैं पूरा साक्षात्कार हूँ। हाँ, मैं बिहार हूँ, उभरता बिहार हूँ। युवा के उद्यमिता का मैं पूरा आधार हूँ। निरंतर जो बढ़ता जाए अब मैं वो आविष्कार हूँ। हाँ मैं बिहार हूँ, उभरता बिहार हूँ।